Greetings, I'm Will Williams presenting the Dubs PON DUBS show. A lot of knowledge I'm gonna share ya tonight. Pon the Dubs PON DUBS show tonight with Father Arnold of Jahcage Sound. I just Will Williams I said, big up Dubs PON DUBS, the radio show #1 in the world. Big.
Master, this is Lloyd Parks here. Yeah, welcome to the Dub PON DUBS show with Father Arno of Jahcage Sound and DJ Nash of Problematix Sound. It's a show with the straight facts and zero bullshit. Tune in once a month. Lloyd Parks said that, man. Remember that, you know, Dub PON DUBS.
This is Barry Biggs doing this one exclusive for Jahcage Sound. Father Arno, big up, bless every time. Killing sound is so much fun. Killing sound, them life will be done. Sound boy come, lay them down to rest. Sound boy you're here, you just can't test. Send them home when we start playing. My sound come to lead the way. I'm thinking of the joy Dub for Dub will bring when I see them dying. Jahcage kill them in a them yard. Blood, sweat and tears. Lord, it's about time you all will see. Some boy, you're feeling misery.
Bless up, dance, massive and crew. This is Don Dada, the Bunny Wheeler. I'm making notes of champion sound. Jahcage. Only Malone can play them a sample. With respect every time to the man called Arno. The German Don Dada. And all the massive and crew that follow. This champion sound. Jahcage. Here, there, and everywhere. You hear? Riding dance massive. Come taking Jahcage riding. Riding down steppers, come taking Jahcage riding. Rock and coming down massive, come taking Jahcage riding. Riding down steppers, come taking Jahcage riding. Come your champion Jahcage, come and give by your spliff. Make me rings on bound where you go. Try your champion Jahcage, come and load up the cup. Make I a nice it up. Me say we pass the chalice and the chalice go round. And the landing and cup will never do no wrong. And if the chalice is nowhere around, bring the coachy come, Jahcage. Bring the coachy come and make we clap it till he burn. Bring the coachy come.
Could have never kiss my sound. Jahcage run the country, run the town. Never gonna give Jahcage up, no matter what they do. Never gonna give Jahcage up, no matter what a sound would play. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh. So you can never jump that sound. Give me Jahcage sound, want Jahcage sound. So you can never idiot sound. Give me Jahcage sound, want Jahcage sound. Say you can't have all those timpani sound in this world, wide world. But I never gonna give Jahcage up, no matter what they do. Never gonna give Jahcage up, no matter what a sound boy play. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh. Jahcage got the whole dance song. Under command, under command.
Jahcage kill some jump on again. Why? Sound why are dead, them are dead, them are dead. them a dead Jahcage bust up them head. Yeah, boy, boy. Sound boy afraid, them afraid, them afraid, them afraid. Dubplate, them a go get. Yeah, boy. A sound boy take bribe, now him lose him life. Boy, boy. Come and dance all one test Jahcage Sound. Yeah. When the one you drop straight in him face, all him splice love scatter out all over the place.
Hey, trouble again, Jahcage again. Come to tell you what I'm going in at this year sound clash. Me have to tell you what I'm going in at this year sound clash. Jahcage Sound done, murder a sound boy. Back up your baby sound, one home go cry boy. Cause we know what we bout no sound and them selection. Jahcage Sound a move in a different direction. So worries again, trouble again, worries again. Jahcage come fi kill them.
Ooh, yeah. Wow, yeah. Call away Jahcage from creation. Jahcage Sound boy. Separation. Some boy I feel on ya. A tribulation. A some boy go through. And I want you to know this very true. Jahcage were created from a holy land, and we're brought in a foreign land. There is a message. Get what Jahcage gonna play for you, sound boy. I know a sound boy, it's a jumping sound. A jumping sound is he. Jahcage cut him down and broke his crown. Now he's dying, you see. Don't put your trust in a jumping sound, for it will let you down. Don't put your trust in an idiot sound, or you'll be underground. Jumping sound coming at the lawn, and a jumping sound boy have a sudden fall. All of their friends and the dub that they spin couldn't get the jumping together again. Don't put your trust in a idiot sound boy. Cause you know Jahcage him run the town. Jahcage you don't know how you run the country. Oh, yeah.
Sound boy run away. Hey. By the look at your sound, I can see that you're dying. By the look in your eyes, I can tell that you're lying. By the look of the dance, there's no longer a chance. By the look of your sound, there's no chance we kill you every round. By the look on your face, sound boy, when this dance finish, you won't be around. You won't be around. You won't be around now.
Na, na. Oh, now, sound guy. You always say that you're in or out. You gotta know what the clash is about, or whether you're bold or strong. Cause tonight you'll be going down. Once you're in, you better take it. Make your mind up, son boy, face it. Remember, tonight you're gonna die. I know lots of son boys hate me, and not because they want to. Dubplate is the reason why. Yeah, we know what's the crowd. The duty is to be loud. We believe in what we're doing and feel proud, yes. A sound boy fall along the way. People shouting, people rave. They don't really care if you make it through the day. It's either you're in or you're out. You gotta know what the crash is about. Better be bold and strong, yes. Still tonight you'll be going down. Ooh.
Watch it. Don't worry, your time is over. It's time to knock you out. Jahcage will send you go a burial. Jahcage will charge for murder. The sound is the champion sound. They call him the killing machine. Still you're asking for some time to clear your mind. But so clash thing and a joking thing. This time it's your burial time. Just a little bit longer. Jahcage will knock you out. Just one more time. Another soul white gone a burial. Just a little bit longer. Jahcage will knock you out. Just one more time. Another soul white gone a burial.
Yo, massive respect, you know. My name is Judas Kenneth Afari. I want a huge respect up virgin called DJ Nash, Rasta Joe, Ronnie, Mad Betty. Deal with them straight. People, you can't say Problematix never tell you.
Trinidad!
Oh, no. You can't say that you didn't hear this a sound, yeah. Problematix Sound, I'm gonna push you down, so boy. Know yourself when you come around. Problematix Sound. From Genesis 1 to Revelation, for your confusion, so what is the solution? Yes. You can't say Problematix never tell you. Oh no. You can't say that you didn't hear this your champion sound.
This is the original Light Robinson, international, and the original Cuscus. No imitation. Problematic. I shot it. Problematic in the dance. We are champion. We are shot it. Problematic in the dance now. I kill some sound anywhere them go. Kill them again. Kill them abroad, kill them on the street. Everywhere I go, I can hear it. Problematic, I kill them. Them dead no. What is to what is and dust to dust. We are go bury them. Problema, bury them. In the dance, problema, kill them. Magic, I shot them down. The dead no.
Yeah. Hey. Think of the sound of this week on Problematix like I was saying. Hey. Baby. Problematix. Baby. No find no funny tricks. Baby. Mr. DJ Nash, yo. Baby. Some Mr. Fally, Mr. Richards. There's no long time we call them, but them don't want to come. Hear me say, boy, me beg you stop running and come. Problematics call them, but them don't want to come. Leave me some, boy, beg you stop running and come. Yes, we come to kill sound. Oh yeah, the sound me say we come to murder sound. Oh yes, the song me say we come to mash them down. Mash them down, lick the sound and burn them out of town. You will feel you.
Hey. Run, John, running. Hey. At this a dance hall style, yeah. Rubbed up special white yellow. At this a dance hall style, yeah. Sound clash reggae start yellow. I know stage show I go rama. Sound killing. Ramming. I know dance hall I go jam yo. Sound murdering. Ram jam ramming. Go reggae on the river. 20,000 skanking. Show you how we run down. Problematics rule in every city.
Just take them dippy sounds away and set the Problematics free. Remove them from the dance hall. Problematics and them will never agree. So long he wants to kill a drum and sound. He's going to murder them and bury them under the ground. Problematics is an independent sound and don't want no dibby sound always hanging around. If they play Dubplate, if they play CD, Problematics don't give a damn. He's gonna play Dubplates all night,
Trinidad. Oh yes, Problematic. You're gonna give them problems now. You're not in a position to compete with Problematix Sound, and you can't play dubs like we can. Don't try to compete with your superior sound boy. Your sound is sounding like a garbage pan. Listen to the music that we playing. Look at all the people, how they're swaying. Problematic Sound is the ruler.
Yes, now.
And when it comes to playing, you're not alright. Alright.
oh yeah, Problematics. Oh yeah, we don't care for you at all. I get to understand you wanna test the champion. Though you can't beat him now, Problematic's gonna throw you down. Sound boy, there you go again. Hurting yourself in front of all your silly friends. Problematics is the #1 sound, and you're gonna die.
Oh, Problematic Sound. Yeah. It's so good. Killing a sound boy, none of them can rise up back to be in the dance. A lot of jump and wanna test me.
None of them can come first, them come last. Problematic sound. You know we are the ruler. Any song want us, we they know they're gonna die. Gonna die. It's good, so good. Murdering a sound boy. None can catch us back. No, it's so good, so good. Killing a jump and none can rise up back. Oh, talking about the champion sound, problematic sound, dangerous sound, talk of the town.
Here I am again, the legendary Owen Gray in England, sending out this great special to DJ Nash. We take it from the top to the very last drop. Boom. Yes, Natty. Problematic. Are you going? You're going in the dance hall tonight to play some selection. When the moon is bright. Problematic, where are you going? You're gonna play this special in a tin pan sound, boy. You are gonna kill them dead tonight. Yeah. Sound, sound, sound. Wrong for test with sound. No waste my time, no waste my time, no waste my time. Sound boy, Nash we kill you in a hurry. Your time to worry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, sound boy. This a magic trophy. You're wrong for test swing. No slipping, no sliding, no bumping, no boring when we ride in your town. Hear what I say. We kill any sound in a this year race. Them a big disgrace. Problematic is the champion sound. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Sound boy, your time to worry. Pack up in a hurry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Sound boy, your time to worry. Pack up in a hurry. Now that you know, problematic is rough. And Nash don't hunger you like rough. Take your time, take your time, take your time, sound boy. Your time to worry. Problematic have the trophy.
Problematic are the number one. So boy, problematic are the dancehall song. I see no sign of some boy, only hear the sound boy, just a hugging up them big monkey sound. I see no sign of some boy, only hear the sound boy, just a hug up them tin pan sound. He's alive, he's alive. Problematic are the number one.
Boy, Nash, der Judah ist kennt der Tafara im Bad.
Ja, man, give thanks, Ado.
Wicked Dubplate. Yeah, man. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 10th episode of Dubs PON DUBS. My name is Father Arno, representing Jahcage Sound. And as always, I'm here with my partner in crime, DJ Nash from the mighty Problematix Sound. Say what, my brother?
Thanks, Arno. Yes, DJ Nash from Problematix here. I want to welcome you all to another great episode and a very interesting episode here on Dubs PON DUBS.
Yeah, man, for real. So for this episode of Dubs PON DUBS, we again have a very, very special guest. And when we say special on Dubs PON DUBS, we mean special. So all the way from Germany, a city called Berlin to be precise, we welcome the king of Europe, Supersonic Sound, here on Dubs PON DUBS.
Bang, 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 bang. Salute, salute.
Panzer Spider, welcome to our show.
Welcome,
Blessed
fellas.
evening.
Welcome.
Bless,
Good evening.
Yeah, man. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you for your time.
Sure, man. Thanks for having us.
Manners and respect. So, let me just adjust the thing here real quick. So, yeah, man. Now we're good to go. So, tonight we're here to talk about your sound, Supersonic Sound, the history of your sound, sound clash in Europe, sound clash all over the world, and of course, a lot of more things. But before we do that, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Well, I'm Panzer, selector of Supersonic.
Spider, MC. Yeah, that's us since 1998. Oh, 99 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, people, we got the butt sound here tonight. So, let's take it back for our viewers where it all started, where it all began. You already said 98, 99. So, that was the time when Supersonic actually was started, like.
Yeah, actually, I just picked up this one from the archives. That was the cover sheets of the first set of mixtapes. Back then, I had to cut them out by myself, and yeah, so that's how it started. Like in summer of '98, by recording these mixtapes and and selling the cassettes, and yeah, from there it started.
Wicked. People, you see that? You see that? No, that's wicked. That's really wicked. So, for us to understand, growing up in Berlin in the 80s and the 90s, how can we imagine your first contact with Jamaican music and sound system culture?
Well, for me, I guess I had my first contact since I was living in Trinidad back as a youth. And in like the early 90s, like the first time that me and my family and like my two best friends, we all visited back like Trinidad and Tobago for the first time since I was a youth, man. And ever since then, like I just fall back in love with the culture. And this is like my first actually, so it wasn't really Berlin, but when I went back to Berlin then, yeah, they had like Concrete Jungle. We had we had a record store, Downbeat, and so Such a Sound also was a sound system. They also had a record store. There was like more into the hip hop thing, but also with DJ Alex, and what you heard like dancehall music, and we're keeping parties too. So this was like and you had the legendary Yam, which still exists though. And back in the days, the Yam was like a Sunday event. Every like Sunday during the day, you had like a basketball court, you had Caribbean food stands, African food stands, and that's like kids corners, and people were just playing music. And yeah, and this actually also where I was selling I was importing 7-inch records from Jamaica with a next colleague, and I met Panzer because I was selling those records Sundays at Yam, and this is like how I met Panzer too. So Panzer came, was very interested. Yeah, so that's like, so the Yam actually takes a big part of our career or our history.
Wicked. So the Yam is a club in Berlin, right?
Well, it's more than actually a club.
It's a place where you can meet with people. Like it was like famous for the basketball court, and every Sunday like there was like people like even from different music scenes, they came together there, and yeah, just
so like daytime as well. It's like an outdoor daytime. They have an indoor club, or used to have, and so it's like
like
in
a
summer it was like 24/7. It was open 24/7 in summer, more or less.
Wicked. And can you name some foreign sounds that left an impression on you, like where you said, okay, this is something that I want to do by myself as well?
Well, for me, definitely like Kilimanjaro, Trooper.
That's
like my idol, like what used to be my idol. This is like the guy who I used to fall in love with Sound Clash, and yeah, that's like Chupa, definitely.
Wicked. And Panzer, how is it on your side?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the same Such a Sound crew that he mentioned earlier, like with a record store. Like I was more into hip hop in the early '90s, and in their record store, they always did sell like some dancehall records or reggae records as well. So every now and then I bought some tunes there, and then also they had two selectors, Alex and Stefan was more like the dancehall and reggae guy, and then so when they did play like in clubs, there was always like a small segment of dancehall and reggae. So I would say that they were the most influential sound to me, and at some point, like I got more and more interested in that like reggae and dancehall part, and also by traveling to New York and listening mixtapes, and they always had these remixes like of dancehall tunes on hip hop beats and the other way around. And so for me, slowly by that, like I started to get more interested into
like
Jamaican
Massive
music.
B then.
Yeah. And when I was in New York, I was listening to Massive B a lot, and so for me, it was really like this whole like hip hop dancehall movement that caught me. But with the exception that once I discovered like the early Sizzler, that was a different thing. That was maybe the main reason I got deeper into like really like modern one drop reggae at the time, and like all the Exterminator, Digital Beat.
Check.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. Okay.
Check. Seems like we have some technical difficulties, but we are back.
Back on stream, yeah.
Panzer's tief in the Internet.
So hold on. Let me just put that back where it belongs.
All right.
So we're good to go. Okay. So you mentioned Such a Sound. You mentioned Concrete Jungle. So you mentioned you went to New York and listened to some. Yeah, man. Those were the days when the hip hop artists on the dancehall rhythms and the dancehall rhythm featuring the hip hop artists. That was crazy. That were some crazy times. And there are a lot of sounds from Germany, and there are a lot of good sound from Germany. And I would actually like to big up two sounds from Germany. I want to big up Soundquake, and I want to big up Hakuna Matata. Those are two very, very good sounds. And
I have to say, like when you asked Spider about like the most influential sounds, I think for me it wasn't like the big international sounds that I was really looking up to. For me, it was really like Soundquake was like a big influence, like because I was good friends with them, and I was going to the dances in Detmold quite often because one of their selectors he used to live in Berlin. He still lives in Berlin, so we always went there, and so I was close to the process of them, like going to Jamaica and cutting dubplates, and so for me that was more relatable to like than like comparing myself to like Addis or Jaro or like that. That was like a totally different league. So like in the beginning, I wanted to be more like Soundquake than King Addis.
and I think it's very, very important that our viewers, because we have viewers from all over the world, understand why I'm saying certain things, because Soundquake, it was not only a sound, they also had a record store. And I was talking about that in a different episode, not a record store, but they were distributing records. Let me say it this way, actually. And I already talked about it in a different episode. I bought a lot of records at their store, and I used to call them, and it was like, I want to buy some records. They say, yeah, you can just order them. And I was like, no, I don't want to order them. I want to come to you, because I want to buy the best quality of the 7-inch of the vinyl. I don't want no banded vinyls. And they were like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, we need to do it this way. And they said, yeah, man, just give it a try and come on over. And I went there, and I come in there, all of those blue boxes on the shelves. And yeah, man, those were some wicked days. So Soundquake, big up yourself, for real.
True.
How did you come up with the name Supersonic? And is there a certain history to the name?
I mean, I didn't have much time to choose a name because from the decision, like I wanted to sell those first mixtapes. I wanted to sell at Summer Jam in '98, and I think like about 6 weeks before that, I bought my first two turntables, and I still had to come up with a name like for the mixtapes, and somehow like I don't know what it was like. Somehow I picked up the name Supersonic maybe on the radio if it was still like the Oasis tune or some like I just liked that name. I didn't really have many names to choose from. It was like that name that was in my head for some days or weeks, and then I just I asked a friend of mine to design a logo, and he went for like a old Superman style thing, and so yeah, that's how it started.
Wicked.
And what were your intentions when you started to build your sound? And was Sound Clash one of the goals Supersonic had from the start?
Not for me, because I could never imagine to have enough dubs to compete in a Sound Clash.
For me, it was like the ultimate, or that was like, yeah, for me, this competition thing, this was, like I say, Trooper Jaro, so that it's like Clash Sound. So that's like what I always wanted to do. Like I was so proud to have like Dubplates. It's like, yeah. No, for me, definitely that was my aim, my thing. Clash.
You wanted, nice. And what year did you start to voice Dubplates? And could you remember the first artist you voiced?
Yeah. There was actually I just picked it up the same. That was the first Dubplate that we cut. It's Frankie Paul and Michael Rose.
Okay.
And they had a show in Berlin by the end of '98, and like some of the first money that I made with those mixtapes, like I used to voice those dubs, and yeah, I was pretty new like to the whole process of voicing dubs. And the session was rather spontaneous. We didn't even have like a proper studio. It was just like we went into like a abundant record store with like a mic, a turntable, and a recorder. And we don't have split files of those, so they don't sound that good. But yeah, still like they have vibes, and that was the first.
I mean, so the Grammy artist was our first Dubplate. So
yeah,
you know where it goes from.
So guys, before we take it any further, and with that we mean moving forward to the year 2001, where Supersonic had their first clash. We just want to get into some music now, a 20-25 minute juggling, and then we get into the Sound Clash history.
All right.
Wicked. So I'm starting on the screen now. So people, you see that? The first Dubplate Supersonic voice. This is history, people. So Supersonic, take it over from here.
Okay, let me play. Let me play that one.
It does the first one. From intro.
Supersonic. You know, so we don't jump on sound and sound bionic. So, oh, Panzer whole time can't big things. The Grammy Kid Boughton. Run the train. Shine eye. He that son boy. Stand up, boy. A shine eye, son boy. I tell you that you die. And in giggle. See the idiot son boy can't be Supersonic. And in giggle. Say the shine eye, son boy. Say I tell you that you die. And in giggle. See the idiot son boy can't be Supersonic.
Well, it is special vacation, me I tell them. Pon them dedication, Supersonic I go down them. While Apache pass through and tell them, watch out. If you happy and you love it, ball out murderer. Supersonic I go kill them and turn them over. Mr. Dunkin' teeth round here, my selector. Look at my friend, Mr. Cat, your cool monster blaster. The special vacation to all farmer, whether you live a sentence and in and over. For this is Supersonic the master blaster. Look at my friend, Mr. Cat, and nice up your ear. In a different style, wicked and wild. Different style, wicked and wild. Different style, wicked and wild. Different style, wicked and wild.
Own it. Wanna be free now. Sound boy dead now. Hear that? Mash it already, come for mash it again. Lord. Mash it already, come for mash it again. Lord. Teeth and tongue say it must have to meet. Don't you know Silent River run deep, Supersonic, the champion sound.
Lord of mercy.
Come in, put your pants on, tell the sound of them a clown.
Supersonic sound for them. Supersonic now side no lead. Dubplate a bust up in a sound boy head sound for dead. Supersonic now side no lead. Dubplate a sound. Why must you know you don't never hear the father all can be said. Anything past the van a line I go dead no coulda like that. I revel like lead. We don't yam trying biscuit. We don't like trying. Sonic sound is like a heaven side. Got to feed the people like the heaven bread. And I make it fall into the words that I said. Anything test just test Supersonic.
Oh, Xavier, I'm missing God. I hope you got it.
Take a ride, sound boy, take a ride. Take a ride and leave the dance hall. Take a ride, sound boy, take a ride. Supersonic rule, the champion sound.
This stuff cannot be measured in amount. So much me can't count. No dibby can't kill with sound. And no what a word amount. Put your bantan in a dance hall. Not and sound. This sound cannot be measured in amount. Don't play so much you can't count. That sound why X amount. Supersonic sound.
Big original champion sound. It is written that line lives in the abomination to the Lord. Speak the truth, we never cause it to fail. Type of sound boy ever select the wrong dub plate. Select that king. And the truth, hear this. Surrender your sound and all of your dub play.
Sound boy. Hey.
The truth is there for who have ears to hear.
Body sound.
Partially had no place in this sound class.
Them spider. Yeah.
Remember these dubs of prophecy. I say, sound boy run, come to truths and rights. Supersonic they bound.
Yeah.
You know the truths and rights. Supersonic run the area. You know the truth and right. A Supersonic on the border, sound boy should know. No.
Me I tell them say, I the wickedest sound we ever play. To play the people night and day. That is our way to kill, jump and without. Yo, don't play it, I play like machine gun spray. Kill 45, I say. Alright, Johnny has burned sing and Shabba Ranks DJ. You say the 1 pound. That 10 pound a gun. So now got dead boy, the one spider. Them brain it open wider. Make them know say we no elbound driver. Easy hustler, the way they teach up in a wrestler. A son boy dead boy.
I'm gonna dance all Godfather. It is written that line lives in abomination to the Lord. So speak the truth and speak it about cast what it will. In pan sound takes a Supersonic crew tonight. We're not gonna spill. That son of a get killed. I'm not gonna truth. Supersonic is a champion sound. Just let the truth manifest itself. Cause sound was made out of dubs. Forever be to your brothers true. Respect is overdue. So how could I be ungrateful after all the dub Supersonic play? Sound boy, there ain't gonna be no sound like Supersonic Sound. You ain't gonna kill my sound in no sound class. Supersonic Sound is champion #1 in any. I ain't gonna break my promise. To my sound.
Must hear that voice.
Supersonic once again saying, sound boy, don't make no promises that you can't fulfill. You've done it before, it's amazing. I accommodate you still. This won't be, no, not like the last time. You played so much foolishness and kept the dancehall fans in a party. Now my cup is overflowing, 'cause you're playing the same old time dubs, and the dance ain't showing you no love. It's either or either, it's now or never. Throwing your towel or suffer forever. Either or either, it's now or never. Throwing or suffer forever. Like to tell you a story about what Supersonic will do, what we can do. You listen, good sound boy, kill a boy on the dance floor. Oh gosh, I say, hey, sound boy come balling about him, can't take no more. Didn't know about them Dubplates, now we got a woo. But the crowd shouted Supersonic, too bad, so bad, yeah. Little selector guy, his face was looking oh so mean, as if any time would create a scene, yes. This from the corner of he knew this move of his was so unwise. Oh, Supersonic, you kill a little boy tonight. Hey, Supersonic, you kick that angle on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. And now, well, we kill them now. And every little song to complain. And the night, yeah, Supersonic kill them now. We use the plate and blow the brain. Oh yeah, whoa. Sound guy, hush. Wait a minute. Don't even touch your little Dubplate. Tell me, what can you do to stop your sound from dying? Supersonic wanna know now. Say we wanna know, yeah, wanna know now. What can you do to stop your sound from dying? Yeah, we wanna know, and I wanna know now. Oh, winning the night.
Yeah, you know, Sanchez deep on the case, you know what it's all about, you know. Supersonic. It doesn't really matter too much to me. Supersonic is a champion, can't you see? And all that really matters that I have my girlfriend. And baby, this all that matters to me. Supersonic Sound is gonna kill your sound. It's gonna be so nice. Supersonic gonna kill your sound. It's gonna be so nice.
No sound can test the sound. Can test the sound. No. Supersonic Sound is gonna kill you for sure. Kill you for sure. Kill you. Supersonic Sound is gonna kill you for sure. And you know we have a lot more. Because your sound can test our sound. And our sound kill sound around town. Kill them in England and we kill them around the world. We're not afraid of the sound. We're the champion sound. Every time we kill them, one more national crown. Every time you test me, yes, we one more singer. Supersonic with the crown. Stretch out the harmony. Oh, la 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 la. Yeah. Supersonic, what is that? I hear them calling Supersonic name. Them jump and calling, boy. Supersonic are gonna bring them sound to show. I hear them calling Sonic name, calling Sonic. Them jump and calling. But Super bring them sound to show. Supersonic sound, yeah. Yo. Supersonic sound. Rules the rhythm. Oh, me love the music, me hear Supersonic a play. Nice.
Inna the night and me say inna the day. Nice. Berlin, make me get so they make me get paid. Nice. Every night and day.
Look out, Easter weekend in Berlin, Friday the 7th of April.
Yeah. Keep it burning, yeah.
Paris versus Berlin.
Alright, listen, roll and grind.
Lightning Star, Supersonic.
Cold-blooded murderer. Tell me where uno require judgment. Cold-blooded murderer. Tonight me say a judgment require. Alright, yeah, them just a weeping and moaning. I say everybody said them the Supersonic and the whole of them are dead. No matter how them flee and no matter how them dead, just pull them up a couple of heads. Well, who killed the innocent man, them are go dead. No matter how them flee and no matter how them dead, just pull them up a couple, me say pull them up a head. A mama gonna belly put a run for bed. All on a ball over one son, cold-blooded murderer. Tell me where uno require.
Come to sound clash.
The murderer, the Supersonic you require.
We don't fear them, read them up.
Yo. Them a figure dead like dog. Supersonic go deal with them. I want a name. Send them on them dead row. Kill them like dogs and junk crow. Oh, them dead row. We kill them like pigs and crow. Supersonic, send sound on them dead row. Kill them like dogs and junk crow. Oh, them dead row. We kill them like pigs and crow. Hey, Supersonic, well Supersonic, up on the edge of the wind, so when the wind a blow, King Selassie keep the throne and is the eyes, and I know Emmanuel set the yard, that's how they live it if he show. Enough of them still got to blow, and all the wrong trumpet Supersonic, I'll go catch them a blow, and all the wrong boat way, I'll go catch them a row. From a little bit a row, this a one thing me know. If a good seed the sow, then a good seed we grow. Rastafari the cock, so when him grow, ask Supersonic, them not afraid to tell you so. This Germany, you a go get overture. This Berlin, them the pan go slow.
Marvel sound style, Supersonic Sound. Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Supersonic is the sound we do it no other way. When Supersonic sing up and Supersonic play, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. This a Supersonic Sound. Hey, there's a million sound but one Supersonic. They come to play a dub, we no play and panic. When they play over dub, you have to run, can't stand it.
General Panzer.
Make the dance get manic. Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum.
My name is Spider.
Bum 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 bum. Well, it's a Supersonic Sound.
So why a fool? Bye. Bad Supersonic Mojo, shabba ranking what tight. You like Major Mackel, Junior, they must have bet boss. Carlisle, all while. Hey, Spider the driver, tell them say you won't stop at all. Kill them in a Germany or in a New York, the driver. Tell them say you won't ever itch. I know you murder son boy, you kill them quick, real driver. True survivor, yo, with an external phone and a singular chip. Any sound this, you just find whip on this. I put some boy you buy when I turn the down a ship. Just look over there, you see a Chris gasket. But say only undertaker, no UPS to this. And then me you test me, say your brain going twist. Real driver, tell them so we won't stop at all. Ram Supersonic come for Ram dance all. Driver, tell them so you won't ever hurt. They want to talk about them not bad like this.
Blessed is the sound that walking out in the counsel of them God and standing in the ways of sinners. Now sit to the secret discomfort. Supersonic Sound sweep over my soul. Supersonic Sound sweep over my soul. Though the road in life gets so rough, Supersonic sweep over my soul. See, every day, every morning, I will sing a song of praise to you. Hey, the King of Kings, will sing. Every evening I will lift my voice. With Supersonic Sound I play. Okay.
I tell you, no sound no wicked like Supersonic, you know. But this, yeah man, no sound can't test. See? A session is going on tonight. Oh yeah, Supersonic play and everything is alright. Oh yes, Supersonic the #1 sound. Say the rules of town. Anywhere we play Supersonic, yeah. Love crowd gather round and say Supersonic. Whoa, you're the best, yeah. Supersonic, whoa, you are jobless, yeah.
Oh nana, oh no. Kill him Supersonic with a kill him. Oh gosh, made it try but could not test Supersonic Sound, no. Made it try but Sonic you chop them down. One by one, some fool went to the bank, withdraw all his money, yeah. Thinking that's what it takes to take Supersonic round. No, Supersonic, you play dance of the world and soul jumping. Yeah. Rock it from now to the morning sun come shining.
Supersonic fan all over the world.
You play dance of the world and soul jumping.
African family.
From now to the morning sun come shining.
Alright. 2 to 1. Ooh yeah, it's still going strong. Supersonic, a true band champion. To Supersonic, we older than we not let go. Cause only him make the rubber dub it flow. And even if our pocket should run out of money, Supersonic make we feel irie. Yes, we hold on, and we not let go. To Supersonic, hold on, and I'm rocket so.
Oh, we are saying to come on. Blaze it, brother.
Yes, I
play that tune, yeah. All over the world.
Hey, world of reggae music on ya. Hey, Supersonic, keep me rocking with me data. Hey, World of reggae music on ya. Hey, Supersonic, keep me rocking with me data. Hey, Hey, now just be nice and hold your space. I won't entertain no more disgrace. Out in the street, they call it murder.
Hey, Sambo, this is the moment you're gonna die. In a dance hall, Supersonic playing fine, and the feeling is laid back. While your sound roll and you act like you know about Supersonic Sound, your sound is about to get dropped. That's the big killer sound of born and raised. Nowadays, without beating sounds, yeah. Supersonic is the sound who is here to play. So we suggest a simple pack up and walk away. Hey, ooh, 'cause I'm where I am myself. You know, sound there. Because no one hurt you at all, not even your chair. Original joke. Oh yeah. Supersonic, I got beaten. Music, bands are turning.
yeah. Whip them spider, whip them. Spider, whip them. Let the fire dream and let me say, yes, in the midst of my success, the enemies are rising. And they're trying to be time and soul. Oh, yeah. But I know Jah love will always protect Supersonic. And he'll preserve our soul. Oh, yeah. Make haste, O Jah, to deliver me. And lift me high, so my enemy can see I'm and shout, Ali, Supersonic play.
Supersonic play. We are play one more tune, and then we are going to bring over the next one.
Listen to that song. Yeah, Supersonic Sound, you are the best. No one can test. Oh, they love you so. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look at. Hey, went to Harmony House today. Then I heard Barris Hammond say, Supersonic are the best always. Sure. Hey, I went to Harmony House today. Then I heard Barris Hammond say, Supersonic are the best always. Look, yeah. Watch the girls, them a bubble. Every missus and miss. Love how pans are a juggle. Big up Spider and Chris. You got most grounds covered. Let the crowd reminisce about the long time days. Sonic cool down the pace like a real champion. Play enough alternates, cause we love every song. Step up for the berries, yeah. The crowd sing along. Sonic rock away. You sing along.
Some guy, keep your lane and hold your corner. Concentrate on these dubs, yes. Sure. Nobody make the liquor light come fool you before you know it. You get exposed. Keep your lane and hold your corner. Concentrate on what's good. Nobody make your little clocks come fool you before you know it. You get exposed. Your name's been calling in the streets. Supersonic say you chat too much. Yeah, you woman, one will I speak. Yeah. I feel so bad. I have to say this to you. Be careful what you say. Careful what you do.
Nothing to do with being Batman.
Those dubs that you're playing are not so good. That's why Supersonic now gonna make you eat the food. Oh. You don't have to listen to me, cause I know that you're stubborn. Sure. Young man, there's still lots of lessons to learn. If you keep your head and hold your corner, concentrate on these dubs. Nobody makes a make a fight come before you know it.
Final entry.
Yo, Panzer, Spider, you think you can come on Dubs PON DUBS and don't pull up this tune? I want to hear it one more time. What a tune, but
Hey.
what a tune, but
Yeah. This is not a dubplate. This is a special. No sound in the world can play this. Christopher Ellis alongside Barris Hammond. Father Barris. Yes, sir.
Them dead long time.
Supersonic. Berlin to Calabria. Panzer, Spider, Chris. Listen to this. Oh, hell yeah, yes. Yeah, Supersonic Sound, you are the best. No one can test.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a fan of the sound.
so. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look at. Hey, went to Harmony House today. Then I heard Barris Hammond say, Supersonic are the best always. Sure. Hey, I went to Harmony House today. Then I heard Barris Hammond say, Supersonic are the best always. Look, Yeah. Watch the girls, them a bubble. Every misses and miss. Love how pans are a juggle. Big up Spider and Chris. You got most grounds covered. Let the crowd reminisce about the long time days. Sonic cool down the pace like a real champion. Play enough alternatives, cause we love every song. Step up for the berries, yeah. The crowd sing along. Sonic
You have levels to everything.
Sound guy, keep your lane and hold your corner. Concentrate on these dubs, yes. Nobody make the liquor like come fool you before you know it. You get exposed. Keep your lane and hold your corner. Concentrate on what's yours. Nobody make your liquor class come fool you before you know it. You get exposed.
All right, one more time.
Peace. Exactly. That was what I was about to say. One more time. What a tune. But, and people, you hear how a dubplate needs to sound. It's mixed down. You hear that, people? That's how a special needs to sound. Yeah, man. Supersonic, wicked, 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 wicked juggling. Boy, the She's Mine rhythm segment, Jesus Christ, that is lethal. Lethal.
True.
So, people, Lash actually had to leave. He had to take care of some family business. He's maybe he's going to join us later on again when he sorted that out. But right now, we're going to take it back, actually to 2001. And let me actually just put that on the screen. So here we go. 2001, a clash called Kill or Be Killed, which was held in Cologne, Germany, my city, with Supersonic clashing against Wadada, Sentinel, and Badadab. So
promoted by Pow.
Exactly. So tell us about this clash. When you said founded 98, 99, 2001, the first sound clash.
Excitement, like finally, like I was always like, come Panzer, we ready, let's go. I couldn't wait for it though. And yeah, I remember we had like a little bus with like, I don't know, 40 people from Berlin going there as well. Just like from Stuttgart, they had a bus, and you know, was Wadada's home base. And I don't know, I think Munich even brought a bus too. Huh?
Stuttgart was Sentinel.
Yeah, Stuttgart, yeah, from Sentinel, but I think Wadada came from this area.
Yeah.
And I think Badadab also brought a bus from Munich. And what could I say? I just remember like we played the first tune, like we just connected. It was the Super Black, I guess. I think we started the class with the Super.
I don't even remember.
I think so, but yeah. So I just remember from the first tune and speech and we just connected with everything, and yeah, it went so it went like Sentinel, and we end up in Dub Dub, and that was it.
Supersonic took it. First clash, first victory. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Wicked. And people, 2 years later, we are actually having a sound clash that is called the Fight for Glory. Supersonic clashing against Soundquake. And as I said before, people, big up Soundquake Sound. And for the German sound system history and for the German sound system scene, this is a very, very important clash. Because you always had like Soundquake. I think they were founded in the mid-90s, 94, 95, something like that.
I think it's 94.
Yeah, 94,
something like that.
Maybe even 93.
Yeah, we need to bring Soundquake one time here on Dubs PON DUBS as well.
That's what bad dubs do, man. Big up Soundquake.
Yeah, man. Soundquake for real. And Supersonic, let me put on the fly again. Going against Soundquake. This clash, because I remember it so well, the clash was called The Fight for Glory. And the first tune that you played in this clash was the Glenn Washington. Now, Massive, let's rise and shine and give Supersonic Sound the glory. First, that was wicked. Then you played some wicked sizzlers in the first round. And I remember when I got the cassette from this clash, I was like, Supersonic? They go up against Soundquake? Okay, that must be interesting. That must be really interesting. And then Soundquake, first round, they come back in and they counteract the sizzlers. You played the Woman I Need You. And then he said, "No, man." And then he plays the sound boy. We are gonna kill you like never before. And wicked clash. And one last thing about this clash. You made a speech in there. That a lot of people talked about when you said, "Yo, they come from Detmold. In Detmold, them rate you already as a Batman when you teeth a candy bar." I remember that so well, and I was like, "Bup, bup, bup." And yeah, but please tell us about this clash.
No, as you said, like we were like 3 years, 4 years old, 3-4 years old. A few dubs, Soundquake since the mid 90s, and they had this distribution. You went to the shop and you saw like, and they were well connected with everything. They were organizing part of the, I think, Splash Dancehall tent bookings, and they were like connected with well connected in the whole business. So they had a good links to the artists, and it would be like they had one member used to live in Berlin, and when like artists were passing through, and we had Dubplate sessions from, I don't know, whatever artist it was. It's like Supersonic, we would voice probably 2 tunes, then I don't know, Sentinel go voice 4 tunes, and Soundquake probably 6 tunes, and you know, so they had like way more dubs and longer experience, but we were like just hungry. And in the end of the day, as you said, the name of the title was like Fight for the Glory. Even though we lost the clash, though, I mean, we learned the lesson, and even though we lost the clash, we got a lot of ratings after, and the clash kind of still boosted us. And no matter like, so we still kind of, even though we didn't win the trophy, but I would never say like we lose something, you know. It was for us, it was just like, it was great still.
Yeah, and that night like Soundquake was just on top form, and they had some dubs that later on got some kind of dub classics, but they were the first ones to present them in like one clash. Like even like the Maxi Romeo Chase the Devil, nobody did really voice it because nobody did have the rhythm by that time, and they were one of the first sounds that busted really. Maybe some sounds did play it before, but they busted big time. Or Justin Hines, or like the Stop the Train, and the Lloyd Parks Mafia. Name them. Like there were so many tunes that in the later years, like they became kind of Dubplate or dub standards in a way. But the Soundquake was the ones that really bust them big time in that clash. So like the win was fair and square.
Yeah, man, for real. It was like I said, those are like historical clash in the history of sound system culture in Europe, in Germany, whatever you want to name it. Those are like cornerstones of those things, you know. That's wicked. And then we go to 2004, and this is the time where I actually first time saw Supersonic live on the battlefield, actually on the 45 battlefield, but in a clash called the Universal 45 Clash in the U Club against Freddy Krueger, Dreadbeat, and Jahcage Sound. So tell us about this clash.
I don't have much memories of it, but I was just like just one. The first thing I'm thinking of this clash was like how disappointed I was that how cheap like Freddy could win the clash with like a regular like dancehall tunes in the end, and like getting all the votes for it, and I was really I didn't know what to do.
For me, I was first like disappointed a little bit from Freddy, but in the end of the day, I just realized, hey, come on, it's like it's not Freddy's fault. It's if the crowd is like that.
Exactly.
So, but for me, it was like, but we're gonna get to there. But for me, it was like more frustrating, you know, like I was just like frustrated that.
Yeah, it was not like what I had in mind for like a 45 clash, like searching for big tunes with messages in them, and so like I had the feeling nobody did really care about this research and messages.
Not even clash. We didn't even have this be like a 45 clash or clash in general. The crowd, like they came to party.
Exactly.
So that was for me, like
And for sure, I never listened back to that clash.
Neither me.
But Spider, you just said you knew that we go for them sooner or later. So there we actually have it. 2004 still. 2004 isn't done yet. And Supersonic going to the Rhythm Clash in Munich against Freddy Krueger, Sound Trooper, and One Love High Power.
Wow. Well, first of all, it was the second edition of the Rhythm Clash. The year before it was with Sentinel, Black Cat, Downbeat, and
I don't remember.
I don't
somebody
remember
else.
the first edition actually. Okay.
And then we got actually the chance, and what should I say? It was against my idol, Ricky Trooper, standing on the same stage. Plus, I think they had World Clash like a couple weeks before, and where One Love and Trooper, I think, was in the. All of them three were at World Clash like a couple weeks before, and yeah, it was crazy, like crazy. Muffathalle, it was sold out. It was. I remember like it was even like they had a cooperation with Burger King, and when you were going to Burger King, I swear they had like on Burger King TV, like it was crazy. Like it was a prime time of the whole reggae sound system dancehall scene in Germany. I would say it was. Seed had like released their big album this year. Then it was crazy. Like the Muffathalle was sold out. Like, and we just like took the clash. I mean, we went to Dub against One Love. No, was it One Love?
I don't even remember.
I think we went to Dub with one.
I think it was One Love. Yeah.
I can't remember, but in the end of the day, it was. Yeah, wow. It was like crazy. For me, it's like crazy. I think we still have the VHS. Yeah, it's like, wow, man. It's crazy torchlights when we played the Capleton on the Java rhythm. Got like torches in the Muffathalle. Was like, damn, goosebumps, man.
Yeah, man, for real. And I think that is a very, very important point that you mentioned there. It was like, to me as well, like the peak of this sound clash thing in Germany, at least. I don't know how it was in other countries in Europe.
Not just sound clash, but just like sound system.
Sound system wise, it was like you had so many regular people, party going people, not like too deep into certain things, and the
every village had little village had sound.
Exactly. It was crazy, and when you think about that, was like 18 years ago. That's crazy. Like you said, at every little town, had its sound. It was crazy. It was wicked times, and yeah, man. Supersonic took this one, and then 2005, it's all about Rhythm Clash again, and I remember this one. I wasn't at the 2004 edition, but this one here had crazy people there as well. It was Supersonic versus LP versus Caveman versus Immortal once again in Munich. And yeah, man, tell us about this clash as well, please.
I have to say, I don't have much memories of it because I have to be honest, I don't listen back many of our clashes, and I don't watch the videos again. It's just like I live with the memory that I have in my, and I just remembered where it was a good night, and we played the Free the Hard Way combination on a slang thing, but I don't have much memories. I don't even know how if we reach tune free tune, or if we
Dub with LP. Dub with LP.
So maybe Spider continues.
No, I just remember also in the tune for tune with LP. I just remember like. I also remember for Rhythm Clash, they had a sponsor deal with, what was the name of this equipment?
That was 2004.
But the year after was terrible too. I remember I did not hear, like LP was playing some Garnet combination or something, and you didn't even hear the song playing. And like sound was terrible, and I just felt like we can't win anyway tonight in a way. I just, what was my memories in the tune for tune, and well, it was a great night still, and yeah, so that's Yeah, I could give you some back history, like some, no, but I'm not gonna. About, like, rhythm clash probably wouldn't even happen that year again. Like it was like, yeah. So I just remember that's the first time LP actually came to Europe, and that's the first time.
Yeah, we became good friends after.
Yeah, we did like a tour together, and so it was all cool. Terra was MC that time, and you know, I just remember we had a good time, and ever since, like we and LP and Puma like this, you know, is up
yeah,
to
man.
this
Bigger
day.
Puma, yeah, man, for real.
Uncle Pluma.
I think he used to live in Berlin as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did actually. Yes, couple years. Yeah. So you just hear sometimes, you know.
Okay. So 2005 is done, and 2006 is just around the corner, and this time it's again time for a 1-versus-1 clash. This time in France, Supersonic clashing against One Love High Power. And for our overseas viewers, One Love used to be a huge sound. Used to be exactly a giant. Like we need to like we have 2006 now. Like we're talking about a sound that is founded 98, 99. You know, like 1-on-1 versus Soundquake. Then versus One Love High Power, it was like a huge sound. So
yeah, they also had a record distribution.
Exactly.
Part of them were living in Jamaica. And remember, like Italy was full of sound systems, every little village as well, just like in Germany. And One Love was like, yeah, they had their radio shows, and One Love was, they also was well connected to the, you know, business people. And yeah, so One Love was a giant, man. I mean,
exactly.
No, I remember with this clash, first of all, there was this big concert before, which, so the people actually, the crowd, it was like a, I don't know, 10-hour event or something. So first you had this huge long concert, which was going like 3 hours or something. And after, it was a 1-on-1 clash with us. I remember we played the Einika Mose. It was, that was the time when also Junior Gong had his Welcome to Jamrock tune, and we knew, like, all right, they just have it. They and Soundquake were the only ones who got that tune by that time.
Rodigan, maybe.
And no, and France is also like a different crowd as well. You know, the French crowd is like a different crowd again. And no, I just remember, like, we beat them bad. Like, it was clear. No, it was clear. It was
I don't even
know.
remember.
I remember it was like a clear clash. It was
for real.
Yeah, it was like a clear clash. And in the Dubs DUBS, actually, they saved it for the last. And I can already told the people they're gonna play that junior, and then they played it, and we came with Einika Mose, which that tune was like, nah, man, and that's like finish it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, those were the days. I'm telling you, when I got the audio from this one, I was like, rascal, you see the sound from my country, just go there and just mush them up. It was like wicked. And also those times it was like really when
and we played a baby jump in that clash already.
Yeah, the baby jump. We played a baby jump too. Right, our Sonic story.
The Sonic story, exactly. And those were the days where the people in the circle, in the sound circle that I moved, like we when we were like, okay, Supersonic, like that's the butt sound from Germany. And yeah, man, that was like wicked. And then 2006, Supersonic clashing again in France. Hold on, let me just see that here.
Yes, Paris.
Exactly. In Paris. Supersonic.
Tony Curtis been there.
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Supersonic versus Jahcage. And we had Sergio on our show. He was talking about that clash as well. And yeah, man, tell us about what you remember from this one.
I just remember that we played the baby jam again, but this time with the second verse, which we didn't play the weeks before against One Love. So Sergio, like he was trying to do some kind of counteraction by, I think it was by Whitey, the English artist, and then we played the Baby Chum with the second verse with his name in it.
I didn't even remember this.
No. I didn't remember, because I remember a post on the French board that some people like, oh yeah, how smart they were to stop the Baby Chum before that part in the previous clash. And
I can't even remember this.
That's one thing I remember. And,
what I remember, having a discussion with Sergio after the clash, and up to this day, no, you have to. It was about the Tree the Hard Way.
Exactly.
So Panzer said we played the one we played it already in the previous clash against One Love, right? So so Sergio had a counteraction. He voiced a counteraction, Tree the Hard Way. Johnny Osborne, Shabba, and Wayne Smith. I mean, that's like real money. And he make a counteraction. And after the clash, he said to me, I swear, he said to us, he voiced the counteraction before our tune. No, yeah, you understand? I say, how can you voice a
Sergio.
And up to this day, he still say, this is like, and he say, I can prove it. I have it like, I said, come on, get the fire. Ridiculous. He said, no, I thought somebody might have the idea one day. That's why I voiced. I say, what? Hey, come on, man. Ridiculous. This is what I remember.
Sergio, you never told us about this one when you were here on Dubs PON DUBS.
No. And I remember also, not Iwin, it was, what's his, Gyptian. Gyptian was big. This, like, he kind of bust in 2006, I guess, too.
Yeah,
it was this time with this serious time thing tune.
No. I remember the Michael Red custom.
Yeah.
I can't even remember we had a Michael Jet custom.
Yeah, against Sergio.
I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and you took this clash, right? Supersonic won this one.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest fault was the Tonton David custom that we had.
Tonton David, yes.
Like a big French artist who passed away sadly, like I think last year. And I think that was by far the biggest forward.
He's like a real foundation French artist. And yeah, we had a custom, and it was like, also the lyrics, it was like just, embarrassing for him, like, in a way. And it was big forward, I remember. True.
Wicked. And the third and last clash for 2006, the clash that was called the Kenya Clash 2006. And this happened in Africa. Supersonic clashing against Shashamani and LP again. So...
And King Turbo.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's like a lineup, right?
No, that's Sound Trooper as well. No,
Trooper didn't come. Yeah, Trooper was supposed to be there too, but Trooper never came. Okay. Well, that's like a wild story. It was a wild trip. It was, yeah.
Tell us about it. That's what we're here for.
Show me the flyer again, please.
With Apple Gabriel. Yeah.
Show me the flyer. Okay, yeah. The event was supposed to be at City Hall, which is a huge venue in Nairobi. And for some reason, they couldn't do it in there. Like the police didn't allow them to do the event there. So the whole event was moved to like a rather small club.
In the middle of the night.
So all of us, like LP, King Turbo, everybody.
We walked down the street. Somebody found like a bar or somewhere. Yeah. Where we could keep this, like, so everybody.
And it was never supposed to be a clash before. It was supposed to be like a juggling dance. The moment we reached that venue, I hear the MC like who was playing before, like, oh, okay, clash starts in like 30 minutes, and then they were like, okay.
And bro, the CD players. Panzer, tell them about the CD player.
It was like I remember, like in the early 2000s or late 90s, you had this rack of like 2 CD players, like like they might have been had a pitch or something, but they didn't read my CDs at all, and I was really like I don't know, like it was really.
So we end up kind of juggling in the bar, and like everybody was no entry. Everybody just walked in, and it was
it was just fun. It was like we played. I don't know. We played 45s in the beginning. Like
also, yeah, we played everything. 45 dubs.
Yeah. But it was really nice evening, and then
wicked. And you took this one, right?
Yes. Yeah. We end up in tune for tune with Turbo.
No, was it Chashamani?
No, not with Chashamani.
I think it was Turbo as well, because from what I remember there, when he talked about, I correct me if I'm wrong here. I think it was the referee or whatever. When he
I just remember that we just a week before Joseph Hill did pass away, and we had some good specials by him. So like
Joseph Hill in Kenya is like he filled the stadium, the national stadium. Like you can ask any Kenyan like and play some Joseph Hill like. They all love him over there.
So I think those tunes that really gave us the win that night.
Yeah, what I really remember from, I think it was tune for tune against King Turbo. I think so as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And from what I remember was like the referee or whatever was like, okay, how many tunes before the Dub Dub started? Like how many tunes are we going to play? And then you, Spider, said 50. Because he said, how much is it? Like you're going to play 5 tunes or something like that, and you were like, no man, we can play 50 to 50 or something like that. I remember that. Wicked.
I can't even remember this.
Yeah, but for real. So Supersonic took this one, and then it's back to 2007, one-on-one clash again in Germany in the U Club. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a different or a better flyer, but this time Young Hawk from the Bronx against Supersonic.
But the flyer reflects the memory of my memory of the clash. So I don't know. I think you're just kind of frustrated after. Like it was not to us. It was not a
remember. Clash. Remember, it's the same venue where we had the 45 clash. Which was already frustrating in a way because of the crowd, like because it wasn't a clash crowd, and then so going with this kind of already feeling into this clash. Jamie played good, definitely, and like Jamie is a really good selector and professional. He knows what he's doing. Like it's always proper, and so we didn't do too well, but so we we lost this one, and I think that's like the last time when I said we're not going to clash in the same venue again, which we never did. Yeah.
Okay. I see. So, but 2007 isn't over yet. There's still the big one for 2007, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2007, what the flyer says, heavyweight dub fight.
In the old
lightweight, heavyweight. So Soundquake versus Supersonic. I think it was Warner East, right? Yeah, Warner East.
Warner East, and that was the last clash kept in the old Attack
in the Netherlands.
Venue. Yes, in the Netherlands, in Enschede. Yeah,
exactly. So tell us about this clash, please.
I think we were like, as I said, after losing to Soundquake in 2003, we 2007 now. So those 4 years, actually, we were really kind of active, doing more and more, and Soundquake were kind of like stucking there in a way. So and yeah, we were hungry
stuck in
stuck on the not really making further steps.
Okay.
But we're stucking there. This is what I mean. And we were hungry and revenge, and it was the same year when Colibut's release, where we had like a crazy Shabba was sounded like a custom. Then the Capleton, then the Barris on it.
Yeah, we had so many customs for that clash. Like I think we were just over motivated. Also because we didn't expect that Soundkick was going hard into that lane just to secure their win. And I mean the winning tune was the Lucky D Cobra combination. That was like really the deciding factor in that clash. And
terrible, yeah, man.
That was like
quick you're dying up and down. Yeah, crazy.
Really it was a good clash.
Good clash.
For real. And 2008, there was no sound clash, but 2009, it's all about tag team clash. Once again, Warner East, Supersonic and Sentinel versus Poison Dart and Tech 9 from the United States.
Tech 9 with Pretty Rick those days.
Exactly. And first of all, rest in peace, Pretty Ricky. That is definitely the first thing. And the second thing is, from what I remember, this clash, it was really tied up until the Dub Dub. And then Team America played this Xion Success as their last tune. And from what I remember, that this whole momentum, like
they had the clash, they had the dance in the hand.
It was exactly. You see that, people? We are not going around the thing, no bogus business around here. It was like, but then they played this at their last.
So, and the worst, they probably even could have win the clash with the tune, but the thing with splitting up and let's make room and everybody expects something. Man, that was like crazy. Yeah, and then we won the clash. Kind of, I mean, yeah, they throw it. I wouldn't even say we win the clash. They throw away the dance.
They throw away, yeah, for real. Preparing for a tag team clash. Like how does that get along? Like did you juggle with Sentinel before? Like how did this go?
I don't remember. Maybe we did use, like, because we used to celebrate our anniversaries together. Maybe we did use like one of those dances to like maybe exchange some ideas or maybe like play some back and forth. But I don't remember that much of preparation. But for some reason, I think we ended up with having like our sound stubs on our computers after, which jugglers did use like some years later because they still had some Supersonic dubs on their laptop. But I think we're gonna reach that clash later.
You hear that? There are certain things you just don't do.
So I don't remember much of like actual like preparation for it. Like maybe just some exchanging of ideas and yeah.
So it was not like that you said, okay, we need to juggle those rounds together a little bit or whatever. It was more spontaneous and on the spot.
I would say so, yeah. And also I remember it was one of the first bigger clashes that Shotapol did MC for Sentinel. Yeah, but Emma was still there, but I think he gave like 1 or 2 rounds to Shotapol. That's what I remember.
Yeah, and so Team Europe took this one. And then in 2009, Supersonic, first time clashing in New York, first time crossing the pond, global clash called Welcome to the Garrison. Supersonic versus Black Cat versus Cinemax versus Yardbeat versus Tech 9. So basically we can say 10 years, like a decade after Supersonic was founded, the first clash in New York. Like, what were your thoughts? I mean, going up against Black Cat, who is one of the giants, who's always doing well in those sort of clashes, you know, like these 10, 15-minute round clashes. Tell us about this one.
Also with Cinemax, with Jahcage, right?
With Jahcage, yeah.
And then Pretty Rick also, like, from, you know, like, so like, it's a caliber, like, it's not no, like, yeah, lightweights or some, it's crazy. I mean, I just, like, it's 2 things I remember. We started the clash, our first round, and I think we played really good. We had some nice, like, intro or whatever, and I expected already, you know, like when you play in Europe or you know, like, so even you get rhythm forwards and stuff, but when you play in New York, bro, it's like they've seen everything already. Like you know, like you really have to do good, and you can, like, to get a forward, like a real forward, you have to bring something. And I learned this, and we finished our first round, and the people were just like quiet, standing like this, and then referee say, yeah, first round Supersonic, and plays kind of quiet, right? Like, and I was like, damn, Panther, what the fuck shit.
That's the impression I had from the audio as well. Yeah,
but like, people, like, I don't know who told me, if it was Andrew Digital, or he said to me, brother, as long as they don't boo you, you're doing good. If you juggle and they don't boo you, you do good. Like it's nothing to worry about, And then I remember, and then I remember, of course, the Super C, which
Super C.
The Super C. This is like my memories about the clash.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the one memory that sticks out, and it was just like such a coincidence, because I was looking for a Super C for years, like, to voice him, and I was with my family in New York, like some weeks or some months before the clash, like 2 months before the clash, and I was voicing Donavi, and I realized that he's they're brothers, and so
family, right?
I asked Donavi like at the time for the contact, and then when I was back in Germany, actually that on the first trip we did made an agreement with Andrew Digital for the clash 2 months later. And in the meantime, I was checking Donavi, like, okay, like you told me, like, it could be possible to voice your brother. And then Super C didn't do much dubs, like, since like maybe the last ones he did in the 90s, like, because he's not really, even though he has the Spectrum sound still, but he's not really active, and you don't see him that much. And so two of my members, Junior Blender and Danny Fire, they went to New York already, like some days before, and I gave them to link to some studio and then to Super C, and they managed to voice them. And up to then, I wasn't sure. Like, for me, it was a big tune, but I didn't know how big it would be, like in that clash. And not only the Super C, also the Knight Rider and the Terror Fabulous on the
Knight
rhythm.
Rider, yeah, man, for real.
Maybe they get
the Terror, yeah,
and maybe they got even bigger. Like the day after, I went to the Dirty Dragon record store, and the guy there, like, I didn't know them by them, JD, like he was telling me, "Oh, you that guy who played that Knight Rider last night?" He didn't mention the Super C, but the Knight Rider was like the big talk in the end.
Wicked, yeah, man, for real. And you took this one, right? Supersonic won this clash as well. First time going to New York, first round, not really like getting the reaction that you thought you would get, and then taking this clash, like how did you feel? It must have been a wicked feeling.
Yeah,
like you said, like heavyweight MCs, good sounds on the lineup. I'm not dibby business, so
yeah, it felt good. It felt good. Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, yeah, as you said, it's the mecca of sound clash, more or less. Like, and to make it like to win a clash, yeah, crazy. Black Cat, first time also stunning. So then I had like Freddy, Trooper now, and Black Cat already on, like, yeah, crazy.
For real. And then it's 2010.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I don't even know what to say about, can we call it a clash? Can we call that a destruction? Like what do we want to call it here on Dubs PON DUBS? Because we're not going to pretty up the thing.
No. All right, I'm giving you the real talk. I'm giving you the, like, my personal own feeling about it. I never really liked the clash too much for myself, because it was, for me, too personal. I didn't. I wasn't.
Too personal,
like,
in what sense? Too personal in what sense?
Because we had this beef with Chin in a way, and like we had this kind of beef with Chin, and he was like kind of provoking and doing this thing, and it just kind of took my focus in a way, and it killed my fun part. I don't know, my it was too serious in a way for me. I wasn't like kind of. I don't know what to say. It was probably too aggressive, or
I don't know. Like it was like there was a lot of tension in it. Like and it didn't feel like very musical to me. And
too
also,
serious.
I see. Now I get it.
And also I have to say, like in the end, like people always talk about like the destruction of Mitochondria, whatever.
Yeah.
In the end, it wasn't that clear. Like I think they could have won the clash still, even in Dub Dub. Like I think the decision was pretty close. It wasn't
the problem. The problem was we annihilated them in the rounds before.
Exactly.
Besides one round, we annihilated them, and so it was actually no Dub Dub needed. So
exactly.
we should have been. Me personally should have been in the position to say, "Hey, no tune for tune." This like, and we would have locked them off right there because we had it straight. But then playing the tune. But then going into the tune for tune, and in the tune for tune, they probably had 7-3, like they had way more forwards than we. So then that got it a kind of bitter taste afterwards, because also I think the rules wasn't clear. It wasn't clear that after tune for tune, the winner of tune for tune is going to be the winner of the dance, which was common actually. But in the end of the day, our rounds. So this was kind of the referee asked after the clash, who win the clash? Okay, so after the tune for tune, we're gonna decide who win the clash. Okay, that was. And then they won the Dub Dub, but the crowd said Sonic won the clash because the MC didn't ask who won the tune for tune. They asked who won the clash. So we could have left out the tune for tune because we won the clash before anyway. So that playing tune for tune got us afterwards in this leaving it like a bitter taste. Because the traditional clash rules is like if you go to tune for tune, the one who wins tune for tune is the winner of the clash. But that was not the case in our clash.
Yeah, but those, as you said, and I have to agree on this one, the rounds that you played, it was it was clear, at least from standing in the crowd, from getting it, the whole energy was there, like it was your dance, it was your clash.
Yeah, you
easy as that. Easy as that. So I get an echo on the audio.
Sorry. I got a WhatsApp. Sorry, it was my phone problem.
So, but 2010 isn't done yet. It goes back to New York.
Okay.
Global Clash, a night called Kill or Be Killed. Black Hat again. Then you have Yardbeat, Rootsman from Canada, what is a great sound as well. And then you have the local sound from New York, King Adis. Going into this clash, and we're talking about Rootsman sound, we're talking about Adis, Black Hat. Like how did you go into this one?
Clash in Adis in New York, in Brooklyn. I mean, it's right. Like for a sound from Berlin, Germany, going to clash the notorious Adis in their boroughs is like.
But you have to say, like Adis hadn't a good time, like by the end of the 2000s.
Sure.
Like they did attend like some big clashes, but never managed like to convince people. Like it was, I don't know, Jump playing, also Babyface. Like I think that they made some appearances, but their name wasn't as big as they are now again. So they were also like a bit struggling. And to me, like what. I don't remember much of that clash. Only like the Coco Tea special with the cassette that we give to Babyface, and then in the end, like also the decision about the winning the clash, it was like a bit like I think we could have argued about like the result, but
same like with the Mighty Ground clash.
But I felt okay. It seems that Adis need that win much more than we do.
Exactly.
So that it left a good feeling to me, and so like okay, let him give the trophy, and
also because we have the rematch.
We have the
rematch coming up 1-1
coming up next.
Exactly. This is exactly where we wanted to go. This one, rematch time. This time, the real deal, as we call it here on Dubs PON DUBS, 1-on-1, Supersonic Sound, Berlin, Germany, King IDs out of Brooklyn, New York. As you said, going against the sound like King IDs, like how is your mindset going into this clash?
Well, you know, it's not just King IDs. It's like Babyface, Danny Jet, Mataron, and Killabu. So,
but we didn't know before that Mataron will be.
It wasn't sure. There was rumors that Mataron was supposed to play Addis that sound that night as well, but it wasn't clear until the day of the clash.
Not until the moment we reached the venue and he was there. We didn't.
Somebody said before, like, I remember, like, Mataron is there. We said, really? Oh shit. Mataron was like, he's like a president in Antigua. I swear, like, they treat him like a president. So playing and the rounds, I think it was the first 2 rounds were both like half hour. It was like a long 1-on-1. It was not like you play all together hour of music and go to tune for tune. No, it was like a long clash, like big stage. You had a huge gap between the crowd and the stage, like a huge gap. So, and staying there playing Addis who have like 1 million of tunes with Matterhorn there, like with a dream team. I mean, this was, and I just remember we had some problems voicing some tunes before. We didn't get some cartels where we're supposed to get. Then we got some popcorn sounded terrible on the wrong because it was voiced on the wrong rhythm, and then Blender kind of fixed it somehow, and then we were Matterhorn come, we were kind of frustrated. Damn. And then I just remember Blender looked and said, "Hey guys, we clashing Addis with Matterhorn, and come on, what do we have to lose? Let's go and let's just fuck them up. Let's just go and beat them up and let's do our thing." And we said, all right, let's took a drink, let's go. And it was like crazy. Yeah,
man. And Supersonic, you won this one, right? Supersonic took this one.
Yes.
So people, you hear that? That is the spirit that you mentioned about earlier when you said about the preparations for the Soundquake dance. Just do it. Just do it. So no hesitation. Yeah, man, and that is the right spirit, people. You understand? That is the right thing to do. Just go in at the thing and just say, "Boy, we're better than them," and just
exactly, yeah,
exactly. And so Supersonic took this one, as I said, the dream team, and this leads us actually to 2000. Which was it? The 2011 Supersonic versus. Hold on, where do we have it here? Supersonic against Addis again. Cinemax, Barrier Free, and Cosmic Movement. So it's New York again, right? Global clash.
Yeah.
I remember like 2 things. First thing I remember is because I big up Andrew Digital and everything, but we had some kind of issues before the dance in a way, like fight, and so we end up saying like, "Hey brother, we waiting in the hotel until somebody come and bring us all of our missing money." So it ended up being late. We were waiting, and then we arrived. The venue was like packed, really from the front to the last, it was packed. And we arrived, like security checked us, and then the MC already started calling the sounds to draw number, right?
So you just arrive at the place and you hear the MC
we walk in from the back through the crowd, arriving the stage, drawing number, picking number 1, like, and start boom, and the place is packed, right? So you're just coming out, like also having this kind of vibe with the promoter, and then you're reaching safe, like the place, boom, and now boom, play, let's go. No, and then I remember we play like the Tarantula.
Yeah.
We played Tarantula that night, which was I would say by far the forward of the night. Also, the juggling was like the first round was like the way it was building up. It was crazy. We finished it with a tarantula, which was crazy, and then I just remember we played the second round and we just lost it. Like in a way we were. That's like when you plan too much, you have to be spontaneous. But you know, a lot of sounds have their folders and they plan every second and every round and every tune. But it could just like we couldn't like find a way to change our.
We didn't connect. We didn't connect with the people at all, and also if I remember it, could have been that it was the first clash that Kingpin was playing on Addis. I'm not sure about that. And also Cosmic was in the clash as well, which was, they were pretty new on the scene by then, but you could feel that they're going to be like a big sound. And they had some good following, and they were playing pretty good, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And with us, like not connecting with the people in the second round, we just dropped out. But I think it was just a fair decision, and we didn't have a good night there.
I saw that thing go sometimes. So 2012, back in Europe.
Okay.
It's all about Supersonic War Territory Clash in Italy against the mighty bass ADC from Jamaica.
Correct.
There are some memories. I mean, I think that the clash was supposed to be like some months before, but it was postponed for some reason, maybe some visa problems with Bass Odyssey or so. And then the clash was rescheduled for I think it was early February. It was snowing hard, like there was like maybe like 200 people in the venue, like even some friends of mine from Bologna, which is like 200 kilometers away, that they didn't manage to come to Milano that night. And also the same morning before we left, I had a serious hard drive crash down on my laptop. So Junior Blender had to play this clash, and I was supposed to play it. And there were several things that are coming together that night. And I just remember a mix of different things. Like we didn't really get into gear like that night, and also Bass Odyssey playing kind of cheap tunes, getting huge forwards like Wipe Rhythm and such. Exactly. So to me, I never really counted this clash that much.
For me, basically, and this is no disrespect, you know, I love Italy and I love my Italian massive and crowd and everything, but like clashing in Italy is like for MC, because when when you're at like having a speech, connecting with a song, introducing it, and it just flies over so many people because of the language barrier.
I wouldn't say Italy alone. Like I mean, even the whole Europe.
But the clash was in basically it's in most of parts in Europe like that.
Yeah, also including Germany.
Most definitely.
For real. So Bass Odyssey took this one.
Yeah.
But in 2013, Supersonic had their next one-on-one clash. It was actually called the King of Europe. Even though I don't know why Herbalize It was nominated for that, I have to be honest. Because to me, Herbalize It was never a sound that run Europe red. They didn't even run the Netherlands.
No, but the promoter just picked up a name, and I think he just like looked for a title for his clash to make it sounds interesting, and which did, and basically. Yeah, so I think that's it.
Yeah, it was just a title for a clash, and of course, like we use our bragging rights to win that one after that. But I would never say by myself that we are the kings of Europe. Like
I would say that by far.
If people decide to say so, okay, I'm okay with it, but I would never claim to be like the king.
Like when it comes to sound clash, Panzer, like this is like you cannot even argue about it. There's not, it's just like factual, it's facts, it's written, it's history, it's right there. You cannot change it.
Well, you see, Spider, that is the point. I cannot argue with you.
Exactly. No, probably some
No,
of the favorite sounds, like probably they like a different style of voicing or whatever attitude.
Yeah, but Spider, having a favorite sound and looking on the facts are two different.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
So I personally, for me, there's no doubt which sound is the king of Europe and which sound is representing Europe, like on the big stages, the way it should be represented. So, as we said earlier when we introduced you here, Supersonic, king of Europe, is like this. It fits together. That's what the thing said.
If you say so.
Yeah, I have no doubt in that.
Amen.
I have no doubt in that.
Amen. That's it.
For real. Next. So for the next one, you mentioned this one here earlier, right? And I couldn't believe what you just said. Hold on. It's Jugglers versus Composty versus Supersonic at the Keep It Real Jam. What is like a it's like a festival. It's like you have artists performing and blah 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 blah. But what was this?
Like it is a festival.
It is a festival. But what was this? There were dubs on the hard drive left, and they played them. What kind of let me call it without knowing this, but I call that fuckery.
No, but you can say that we did the same fuckery with them, like because I think the reason for them to play those dubs was that we played some conscience custom, like where Blender was doing some edit, like putting jugglers' names in it, and which wasn't a real custom, and that forced them like to make that move to play Supersonic. It didn't work for them, but the thing is, as it was like more like an entertainment clash, I didn't see. Normally, I would never go into this like splicing thing, but for this, like it was clear that this is like an entertainment clash there. So
for me, as a Sound Clash fan, I would not call this or count this
as a clash.
As a clash.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. That's why I said this is like a festival thing. The Keep It Real Jam. You have the people there that like that celebrate the Wipeout rhythm, and it's like not this hardcore crowd of people.
They're not coming there for a clash.
Exactly.
It's pure entertainment.
Exactly. But we have people coming for a clash in the Caribbean Cup clash, and we talked about that.
But like this, going back to the jugglers, the biggest forward for the night was definitely the Tretman with Shotta Paul, because like they had a song together where Shotta Paul was doing an intro, and we just took that intro, and Tretman made a custom, and that like embarrassing, like that was. Yeah, crazy. I remember, but yeah, go ahead. We're going to
wicked. Yeah, man, we go to Trinidad now. So we have the Caribbean Cup clash in Antigua.
No, in Trinidad.
In Trinidad, excuse me, please. So it's Excalibur International versus Supersonic, one-on-one clash again.
Yeah, that was Blender and me. We was like 6 or 7 weeks in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's basically also the same time he started to produce make the Lean On song for Major Lazer. Yeah, he built it like on the same trip too. So yeah, it was a nice clash. It was in Trinidad. Blender and me was playing it, and against Excalibur. You can watch it on YouTube as well. It's you had a soca round, and you had some special rounds, I guess. And we started good, and Slaughter came back with some good speech. You have some good energy, but then tune for tune, and we just we took that one as well.
You took it. Yeah, man, for real. And 2013 was a quite busy year for Supersonic because it's not done yet. So the last clash for 2013, a thing called the Halloween Slaughter. Supersonic versus Young Herc versus One Don versus Original Vibes and Rhythm Force.
We back in New York again, right?
Back in New York.
Yeah. The dance was not so well attended. I remember being first time hearing of Rhythm Force. I never heard of them before, to be honest. No disrespect at all.
And yeah, the Rhythm Force like really surprised me that night.
For real.
I remember we played a wicked singer round, a vocal round. The round 2 or the second round was our vocal round, I guess, with Mikey Spice, and I love that vocal round. And we end up, even though Rhythm Force was kind of dominating the rounds, then we went into tune for tune, and we took that one as well.
Yeah, and I remember the Tarantula custom on the Leo Smart rhythm, the Mother Liza rhythm.
Mother Liza rhythm,
For real. For real. So another victory for Supersonic in New York. And then it's back to a one clash in 2015.
This never happened. I can't remember. Yeah. Is there any audio? Do you have any audio for this?
The only thing that I was reading about it was on your website, actually.
Oh,
I couldn't find any result for it, so I was like, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a myth. It's never. It never happened. There's no audio, no video, nothing towards it. So I mean, so I can't tell you. Can't remember. Big up my brothers, Aisheds.
Yes.
Ragazzo.
So it seems like the people that need to know it, right?
No, it was a nice event. Like Aisheds or
it was also moved like from one day to 3 days later
because of rain.
Because of rain, the first date it was supposed to rain, and then 3 days later, and that was like Supercat when Supercat when we all did the voice our Supercat.
Yeah,
dubs.
just some days before.
That's what I remember, and yeah.
And Aisheds, they came really prepared. Like I think for them, the winning tune is like there's a football player in Catanzaro, Massimo Palanca. Like he's like a legend there in Catanzaro, and they managed to get like an intro from him, like dissing us. And after that, like it was
done.
Like it was nothing that we could have been doing.
Wicked. But 2015, it's again one-on-one time after this one. And we're talking about the Baladan clash. Supersonic against Addis.
Mm-hmm.
I was not there because I was sick that night. I had a bad cold, so I can't really say
it was pretty tough. Like it was like me and Chris doing that clash. Also, but because like we had this Supercat, famous Supercat dub session like some weeks before, like our money was done to prepare for it. Like we couldn't voice any more tunes for it, and like this and the fact that people didn't really accept Chris as an MC that night, and I gave him a really hard time. It was really hard for us, but it was a lesson to be learned, and then also like it was Kingpin and A1 that they played a very solid clash. I had the feeling at some point that if we would have drawn for this and that tune, we could have changed the results still a bit, but
da war nicht Kingpin und A1, da war Dings.
No, that was Kingpin and A1 was there.
Ich dachte, da war der Sugi.
No, I think so as well.
Kingpin and A1, no. They won it fair, and then and for us it was like just a lesson to be learned, and
experience for Chris as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For real. And then a couple of years break, actually, until 2019, where it's back on the battlefield once again in New York. The thing called the World Fight Club, Supersonic against King Shine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
and from what I remember in this clash, you said one sentence there that I really keep, that really sticks out to me, is when you say, you know what fucked up sound clash? Social media fucked up sound clash. And you, Jimmy Spliff, is like the king of this fuckery. This is something that I really remembered. So talk about this clash, please.
I would say two things. I personally, I was really kind of rusty. I was not kind of like my brain wasn't really that fit. I mean, like fast thinking, and the quality of the sound. I didn't hear anything like the speeches that he was making towards me. Afterwards, when I heard it, like the clash again, I said, this is what he said. Come on, like this is like a penalty for me, you know, like and so I wasn't really in my top form, but I just remember like musically, and Panzer was voicing Dubplates like I remember he was voicing crazy dubs before, like the Chronics, the Bujus, and the some berries. I like crazy dubs before. And then what sticks out to me that night is like, I remember I was probably not competitive enough that night with Jimmy's swiftness, or you know, like the way how Jimmy is smart on the mic, fast thinking and spontaneous. I was not like in that form that night, but I knew one thing musically, like when we talk about Dubplates and music, like there's levels to it. And then so I try to focus, like put the focus on the music that night, you know, in the end, and say, hey, people, like, and Jimmy was trying hard to find music to come, but like musically there was no way he could have come, because I'm a fan of my sound too. So the way the dubs what we have and stuff is like so this is that
was a changing moment, like at the beginning of the fourth round. Like the first rounds we were really struggling, like I don't know what it was.
The first round was really like
into gear, like we played our tunes. I had the feeling like the rounds will never end, like and nothing did connect. I don't know if the sound was not that good for I don't know. There were several reasons, and during the third round I was like, just okay, I just want to get home, like I just want to leave this place, but then during the third round of Jimmy, I realized, okay, he's also losing his momentum, and then like I think,
and then I remembered that's what I remember, the Halloween Slaughter, our vocal round, and it was like, you know, New York sometimes, like when you play, it's like a wave. Like one tune leads to one forward after. It's like riding a wave, you know. And I remember that vocal round, and I said to you, played it Sugar Minor, because I remember that was like, and from there it was just going. That was like, woof.
No, it was just a moment. But for me, like in this clash, it was the perfect experience why people can claim New York as a capital of a clash, because this massive that comes out to the clashes there, like they're so unbiased, like they might be hard to convince of what you're doing, but when you manage to do it, like it's the best momentum. Like the first third rounds were the hardest rounds I ever experienced, but the rounds after and the tune free turn was like memories that still stick out.
Wicked. And from what I saw from the video, your last round where you play the Donna V custom, I think it was like the Donna V and Super C combination, and you just play the Baba Boom rhythm selection. It's just like you just explained it, like forward the Cobra and just forward after forward. It's like consecutive. So yeah, man, big up the New York people there. Wicked. And Supersonic, you tick this one, and yeah, man, wicked. One clash that we didn't talk about yet.
I was just about to. Okay.
Please go ahead.
No.
The one thing we didn't talk about yet, or one clash we didn't talk about yet, that was supposed to happen in 2018, actually.
No, but before we reach that one,
of course.
Why did you leave out the Warrior Clash in 2013? Which was maybe one of his biggest wins, because he was claiming for years and years that legendary win in that night.
Well, I didn't find this one, actually. So tell us about this one. Of course, that's what we're here for. 2013, Supersonic.
The Champions League, organized by Jugglers in Stuttgart, and it was after the Halloween Slaughter, and it was the first clash that we let our young guns, Chris and Arno, play against Mattia. And Mattia took the trophy in that one, and I would say it was like one of the many steps that he took, like to get into like a big name on the international clash scene. And Yeah, it's very very kind of you that you left out this.
I don't know why I left this one out. Jesus, it's good that you're saying that. So
big up Mattia on this one. It was like I mean, Ferencka, he won it, and you can claim it on like various reasons, like that people didn't accept Chris and Arno like as Supersonic, which was really a point that night. I see some photos from Berlin, like they saw me inspired there, but didn't get why these young youths like are playing that sound now. So like they gave them a hard time. But also Mattia, he was very prepared. He won it fair. He got his fans and.
So people, it's good that we're talking about this one. So 2013, Supersonic against Warrior. Warrior took this one, but I think one clash that is really interesting for a lot of people, because at least the people that I surround myself with, when we heard about this one here, there was excitement. There was really excitement, because it was like, okay, so there is this butt MC from New York now, playing Soul Supreme. But we have our own butt MC from Europe, you know. We have the Supersonic team, and I really don't know why this clash didn't happen. But the only thing I knew that a lot of people were really looking forward for this clash. So, are you willing to share some information why this clash didn't happen?
The clash didn't happen because Soul Supreme pulled back out, because that was the time when they had some internal problems with I don't know, Jake's and this and that, and they were cussing, there were voice notes going around, and so yeah, they had some problems internal, so they decided not to take the clash. Yeah, I mean, the clash contract was signed, we got deposit, everything, and yeah, and then they canceled it, and that was the reason why they had some internal.
But that was 4 years ago, right? That was
Correct.
4 years ago when this was supposed to happen. And so was there any time, any idea like to do this clash, actually, to make it happen? Because like I said, from the point of view from the Sound Clash France, this is really one clash that was like talked about a lot, like, because like I said, you have this MC, the Soul Supreme MC, Jake, Soul Supreme getting a certain momentum now in the last couple of years. And then you have Supersonic with like ready, you know. So we were.
No,
really
there was promoters trying to do the clash, ask already, like, and the same promoter as well. So the same promoter who was planning the clash 4 years ago decided to ask again if we want to do it now this year. It's time. So he asked Soul Supreme, and he asked like us. We were ready, like as usual. We said, yeah, sure, anytime. We gave you our word 4 years ago, so that's still. And then, yeah, Soul Supreme double up their price and ask for more than double up, like more than double than last time. So that's why the clash didn't.
Yep. The promoter like is not longer interested in and also like the whole communication on social media like really got a bit out of hand. And I personally, I mean, as much as I was looking forward to that clash, I don't feel
like
the vibe.
Yeah,
maybe it will change in like 1-2 years or so, but I don't see this clash happen in the near future. Maybe like somebody convince me like or prove me wrong, but for the moment I don't see it to happen.
Seen. Okay, so we cleared it up. As I said, just from the Sound Clash fans' point of view, this was really like a clash where we said, wow, this is like what we're really looking
I would have loved to. I personally was looking forward for that clash. You know, this was something I was looking forward to.
For real. But one thing we can all look forward to is next year in April.
Bang. Correct.
Now, boom. And people, that is one thing that I'm really looking forward as well, because I will be going to this one as well. We have the Capital Clash. Supersonic finally in Berlin again, clashing wicked together with City Lock against Guiding Star and Soul Stereo from France. And people, this is like the real deal. When I saw the flyer, There's like you have like 4 sounds in the lawn, and the thing starts from the doors open, and people,
Correct.
you will hear music, right? And this is
Yes.
what it's all about. You will hear music this night. You hear some quality music. Like I said, the way your Christopher Ellis Barris sounds, I'm so looking forward to hear this one on the big system. Jesus peace. So it's a wicked, wicked clash coming up next year.
Definitely. I mean, like as you said, 4 big sounds, fully loaded with all heap of dubs and specials and musical bombs and yeah, not no big set of voting in between the rounds and taking 10 minutes for who took this. No, it's not going to be like this. And as no warm-up sound, nothing. It's like going to be from, it's going to have a structure in a way, of course. Like first round, so much minutes, but then it's going to be, not voting in between and break. It's going to be music. Boom. So, yeah, it's going to be Easter weekend. God Friday, the 7th of April in Berlin at Festsaal Kreuzberg, which is a nice venue as well. So people, I mean, the online ticket is out. Like, get your tickets, support the thing.
For real. Support the thing. That is the important thing. Support the thing. You will get sound system culture. This is like you will get dub plates, you will get a good sound system, and you will get musical entertainment for the whole night. So I'm really looking forward for this one. Really, really looking forward for this one. So out of all of those clashes, and Supersonic is the sound with the most clashes that we had yet here on Dubs PON Dubs. Is there like one clash that stands out to you? Like the one that is most memorable for you? Like your favorite clash of Supersonic? Is there anything?
I cannot. For me personally, I cannot say like this one. There's so many have this special moment or this special memory or highlight in itself that I could not or would not want it to decide. This is no.
I think that the one moment that stands out is still like the moment in Global Clash 2009 when we played the Super C and then Knight Rider. That is still that one moment that sticks out like from my memories. But otherwise, like, as I said, like I don't really listen back our own clashes that much. Like maybe some part, or if I see some video, I just check it quickly. But I don't really analyze it that much after. Like it's just like. I stick with the memories that I have of it, and sometimes these memories are fading out, but like this one specific moment of the Global Clash 2009 is always there. So
wicked. And when we're speaking about all of those clashes that you had, do you prefer one-on-one clashes where you can fully focus on an opponent, or is that something where you say it doesn't matter if it's one-on-one or multiple sounds, we don't care?
I personally love one-on-one because that's the real deal. Like, I mean, like you're always able to answer and you don't have to rush. I don't. Yeah, one-on-one is the real deal.
Yeah, you can try some things like without having the risk of being voted out, because like in a 15 minutes route, if you play like 3 wrong tunes, that might get you eliminated. So in a one-on-one, you can try some things and still get back and get some like I mean the one at Kingshine. If this was a like 3 sound clash, we would have been voted out like after the second round. So we will never get the chance to play like the 4th and 5th round and make a comeback. So to me, it's really one-on-one.
Wicked to hear that, people. One-on-one are the real deal, as you said. I see that as well. One-on-one is the real deal, where you can really prove yourself musically. Like as you said, with there are levels to it, and to me personally, there was a difference in the quality of the music that was played by Supersonic when I compare it to Kingshine. As you said, without any kind of disrespect, because every sound is doing its thing for real. Yeah. But it was like there was a difference. Let's just say it this way. Let's just say it for real. One question that I'm asking myself, is there a reason why Supersonic didn't clash in Jamaica yet?
Not really. Like I think we never got a considerable offer to play there. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Okay. I see. So one-on-one is the real deal. At the end of the night, tune for tune, or this thing that's nowadays called just rapid fire. Like, is there anything you prefer there? Like when the sounds have like that 10 minutes where they can shoot their tunes.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, that's maybe like one reason why we keep no rules in the Capital Clash next year. That we just want to focus on the music, like no voting in between, like just playing music and then going back and forth with the next team. And so I don't know if that counts as rapid fire or whatever, but we also we're not going to do for like 10 tunes, or like we're gonna do it until the venue owner kicks us out, or
wicked.
Massive decides, okay, that team like is better, like we don't want to hear the next team again. So yeah.
So people, be there early April next year. Berlin is the place to be. Wicked. Yeah, man. So looking forward. From your experience, what is harder to do? Clashing a sound with a strong dub box, or clashing a sound with a strong MC?
MC.
Yeah. And talking about clashing and experience, is there anything you would consider, like in those clashes, like a major mistake you did? Like where you say, boy, I really just, how could I do that? How could I play that? And if there is something, what did you learn from that?
Well, playing like in the Kingshine Clash at the end of the first round, like there was still like a minute to play, and I was checking for a tune. I just picked like the 45 of a dub, like the TJ and
bubble your body for the Nah, but come on, like same, like sometimes I might say something, slip out a wrong item. Yeah, sure. Sometimes, like I said, the one round, the second or the third global clash, what we did, where we were like sticking to the plan we had. If you were not able to switch it, like don't stick to no plan, like just be spontaneous and you never know what's gonna happen. So, but in the end of the day, no, you just learn. You know, it's like you learn from your mistakes.
For real. Listening to this Barris Hammond, Christopher Ellis, listening to your Barris Hammond Uroy combination, Barris Hammond Sanchez combination. What is your favorite dubplate in the Supersonic box? And is there a story related to this dubplate?
I mean, for me, there are so many tunes that are like every week I have a different tune that I really like, and I have to say I love every single Barris dub that we have. Like it's like really
for real
super special to me, and I mean it's changing every week. That and maybe also like when I get some new dubs like for that period, I'm. I mean, I have now's the time to give credit to my Finnish dub masters, VG and Bommy Tommy. Like they are really responsible, like to make the dubs sound like they do. Like I would say,
they sound crystal clear.
Like without their work, like especially VG, like he's putting so much energy in it, and I might have some idea. He's checking if it's possible to do it, like, and he's coming up with his own ideas. It's like, to me, he's like somehow a part of Supersonic already, because he's thinking like me, or going a bit further, and yeah, he makes those dubs so special.
And he's doing a good job. You can definitely tell him that he's doing a good job. The way like I said, with the mix down and putting on the filters and everything, it sounds really good.
For most of the dubs, like I might send him some ideas before, like what to edit and what to do. But often, like I just get it back like in a perfect way, like where I don't have to change anything. Like his understanding of how it should sound is just perfect.
Wicked. And that is Composti sound, right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Correct, wicked. So big them up, yeah, man. Big them up for real. They're doing a good job. What was the hardest dubplate for Supersonic to get, and what was the reason behind that? Is there like one dubplate where you say, boy, this gave us a real headache, but it was worth it?
I mean, there are many stories about behind like different dubs. Like sometimes it includes like waiting for ages, and I don't know.
So nothing there.
That's not what one tune that really sticks out. Like I'm just happy like about taking opportunities to voice certain artists, like which I didn't really fully understand how big that opportunity was in that mode. Like Aine Kamosi, like we voiced him and he was he had I don't know what the reason was that he was in Europe. Like he was somewhere in a village in Switzerland, and there was I think it was Leonard from Hamburg, like doing some session with him, and we were like, I just put the money together and voiced him there, and I wasn't aware how rare it's gonna be, and so we just voiced those tunes, and I was so happy afterwards, and that was just the year before the Welcome to Jamrock like came out with a sample of the world of music in it, and so much people like are still chasing him for dubs, and then he's hardly doing any, and so I'm really thankful that I had the chance to participate in the sessions, and I took this chance to like.
Wicked. So this leads me to the next question: is there any artist that you did have the chance to voice but you didn't voice him and you regret it nowadays? And if so, are you willing to tell our viewers about that?
No, there are so many like foundation artists that passed away. Like I mean, they were not even expensive, but in the end, like I mean, you have to be aware of the fact that or get used to the fact that you cannot voice every artist. Like you have to pick your priorities. And some artists like I put some more pressure on getting the link to them and voice them, and some like they're always on the list, and when they passed away, like okay, it's too late, but it's it is what it is. Like I'm happy about all the dubs that we have, and I don't regret the dubs that we don't have. Like,
for real, that's a very good point of view. Yeah, man, and you got a wicked selection, as we said. And that's what I said to Nash as well. I'm so looking forward for your juggling, because Supersonic is just like a staple sound. So big up yourself again on that. 1+1 more questions. As a sound that is in the business for such a long time, is there any advice you would give to young and upcoming sounds?
If you do it for the love and not for fame, bitches, and money or whatever, because that doesn't make sense. If you do it, yeah.
Unfortunately, there are some young sound. For some years, I was thinking like there's no new generation coming up, but now you have like a Sun Gun Sound, you have a Sound Valley. Like they're really ambitious, they're enthusiastic, and well, yeah, but I mean, still younger than anybody. Like I mean, they're like 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah. I don't see no 3-year-old sound like coming out. I don't expect that to happen.
No, the last 10 years. But that's what I'm saying. The last decade was no new sound.
Yeah, for real. And that's why I said earlier, like Supersonic founded 99, 98, and then clashing within the span of like 3, 4, 5 years. That's like a great achievement. That's like a great achievement, definitely. Last question. What are the future goals of Supersonic?
Being relevant. I don't know, like
being healthy and happy and satisfied, and that life is treating us good. That's my aim.
I mean, you cannot tell like if there's like a market for us in 5 years still or not. Like, but as long as somebody is asking us to play, I'm gonna be there, and I cannot imagine to stop it. And then that's why I still continue to voicing dubs. It's like it's not only like to play. Like I just listen to them by myself. I do those yearly Dubplate mixes. Watch out for the next one coming for Christmas. I'm preparing it already, and
that's good to know.
So yeah, well, so it's just it's a kind of expensive hobby in a way, but it's a passion and that you can't just let go and
that is really the impression that I'm getting out of this show as well and this interview as well. Supersonic is a sound that has a passion for the culture, as you said. That is like you're not doing it for the likes or the fame or whatever. You just do it for the love of the game, for the love of the business.
And as I said, I swear, there's like being a Sound Clash fan, not being Spider, but just being a sound. I love my sound, man. I love Supersonic Sound, man. It's like, I just love it, man. It's like, you see, like the passion. That's it. I mean, we just love it. It's just, we love it.
Yeah, man. Supersonic, a tough sound. As we said, the king of Europe. Panzer, even if you don't want to hear it, but adesso è the thing there, the king of Europe, Supersonic Sound. So, Panzer, Spider, thank you very much for your time, and for being a guest on our show. We appreciate that a lot. Big up DJ Nash once again. He had to take care of some family issues. And it was a great reasoning, and sounds from all over the world should take a listen to it. And that is the most important thing. Do it for the love of the culture. No one of us is bigger than the music, but promote the music. Don't promote yourself. Of course, promote yourself in a certain way, but always remember music is bigger than all of us.
Exactly.
So people, as we always say,
with this being said, one for the road? Or...
Oh, let me play your favorite tune.
Yes, play it, no man.
One for the road, Panzer. Okay.
This is not who I says. Whether you're young or old, is going to make the good time roll card. This is the big bad sounds called the Supersonics from inner Germany. You know what I mean? And this is the man called Mr. Berry Salmon upside I'm on that UI. So we have a whole heap of things to tell them little sound boy there.
Chat. We never want to know what talking. We come for sing and we come for slash.
And murder some songs.
Yo, boy.
Killer.
Talking to every sound guy. Yes. Sound guy, play what you come to play. Cause when Supersonic come, you're gonna have to run away. Play what you come to play. Yes. You hear that? Yes. Sound guy, you better play what you come to play.
Hear that sound boy?
Supersonic come, you're gonna run away. You better play what you come to play. Yeah. Daddy Roy come.
Well, Supersonic come, some boy got to run away. Run away, some boy, you know what come another day. So when the Supersonic come play, you hear what I say. Go with your jump on sound and don't you stick around. Some boy, you will clown, you will come around. You got to listen to the big man song called Supersonic, cause I will tell you. Hey, along with my car, daddy, you run upside my car, baby.
So if you got some dubs, I hear them playing all night long. And up till now I don't hear a song. Yes. Hear them playing everything from Jack to Jill. Lady, you know you still gonna get killed, yes.
Someone says I will play. Man say them playing from Jack to Jill. And some boy you gonna get killed. Hey. So don't play what you really got to play. Some boys I will say, hey. Jimmy, Supersonic.
Oh, yo. Sound guy, you better play what you come to play.
Hear that sound,
cause when Supersonic come, you're gonna have to run away. Play what you come to play.
I'm not gonna play this one more time.
Wicked. So, people, you hear the quality of this music, you hear the quality of the singing, you have the quality of the mastering. Wicked Dubplate. Big up yourself on that, Panzer. Once again, big up yourself for taking your time. It's really appreciated. So people, I hit that. Episode 10 of Dubs PON DUBS is done. Thank you very much for watching tonight's episode. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our Facebook to get the updates on the next shows. And yeah, man, we see you next time here on Dubs PON DUBS. And Supersonic, big up yourself once again. It was a pleasure having you on our show. Respect.